Why, hello there. Do you enjoy shirts to put on your body? Custom character sheets to put in your D&D notes? Varian maps to put on your wall? Cool buttons to put on your lots of other stuff? All of the amazing merch for QPR and Goblins and Growlers can be found at Alpha Comics and Games, located in the Willow Lawn Shopping Center in Richmond, Virginia. Come check us out.
Real quick, I know we're getting into tangents. One real quick one. What was that podcast that was being done that Reggie Watts was the official band leader for a little while? Comedy podcast, improv. Really good.
Was it Bang Bang?
Yeah, Comedy Bang Bang. Yeah. There's an episode of Comedy Bang Bang they did way at the beginning where they did like a Monster Mash and they had like 5 guests and they all tried to create a Monster Mash song. And I listened to it as a kid with my brothers and I thought it was the funniest thing. I was like crying, laughing. And I was like, Lauren, you have to hear this. It's the greatest thing ever. It's like so heckin' funny. I haven't listened to it in like 10 years, but I was crying, laughing with my brothers. It was so good. We started listening to it. About 5 seconds in, they make a very off-color joke that I'm not super pleased with, and Laura's less pleased with. And I'm like, it gets better. And then about 4 minutes in or 5 minutes in, they make an even worse joke, and it gets into like where they're starting to like do some stuff that's like, God, that's like really, really off-color. And I was like, I promise you, once they get to the song, that it's gonna be really funny. And it hits the song, and we're both just sitting there in silence, and I'm like, you know, I think that this was funny to me 10 or 11 years ago. And, you know, the good news is I've grown as a person.
Remind me to tell y'all the Thanksgiving banana phone story.
On another episode of Quid Pro Roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be, that's on the Patreon. Everyone go to our Patreon for Thanksgiving bananas and other fruits, holiday fruits.
This is Quid Pro Roll, a fantasy live play adventure where a party of unlikely heroes embark on a quest to bring dragons back to their world.
Well, howdy, listeners. Welcome to the Daily Crier Listening Show, where all the news and Varian and beyond can make its way right to you. The party is leaving Nestia, having to adopt personas or hide in the cart in order to pass the exit checkpoint. Fortunately, Johannes flaunts his global entry, and they pass through without much fuss, meeting with their patient new vendor friend just outside the town gates. Now on the trail, dust and grit billowing over the parched roads, with horses and cart making sure work of the journey. There is a beauty in the bleak, a rareness in the stillness of an empire so cold even to itself. Stay on the road, listeners. These mountains are steep, and the air is silent. Look not for what comforts you can take from the land, for Boros is just as likely to take comforts back. And as always, y'all take care now.
After about a week or so of travel, you've come across Lake Oculus, the marker in the Boros Empire that tells you that you are close to the town just outside the capital. You've made camp, and the night sky is filled with stars, so much that you can see a little bit of shifting color of nebula off in the distance if you really squint. The sky is perfectly mirrored by the lake, stretching out far enough that you can't see the other side. You feel for a moment, you remember being in this space in Artemis's tent. That feeling of floating through nothingness. It's colder here, and you can feel the firm ground beneath you. But it causes your mind to wander. It causes you to think about Cole and how he's doing. Daquin, Artemis. What's going to happen to them if this war happens? What's going to happen to Nell, Melody, Rosemary, Leandros, June, Ainine, all the people that you've met over this journey? Your minds wander for just a bit, but the beauty of the lake and the beauty of this space sort of invite introspection. The fire that you've built feels almost irreverent to the calm of the area.
Do y'all think Cole is being good? He's behaving himself for Artemis?
I mean,
Yeah, he's got Daquin watching out for him, so I have 100% confidence in Cole, a Cole Daquin duo.
he's gonna be fine. He knows to behave till we get back.
Not only that, but that also sounds like Patreon bonus content.
I guess I just I don't know. As I'm looking up at the night sky, I'm thinking about all the people we left behind.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the exact same thing. That 40-foot tall statue of Chicken Lady.
They're still there.
I'm
Can't say
thinking
that one
about
was
about the guard captain of Palabar that I replaced.
You think that guy's still alive?
Probably not.
Do you think they resuscitated him, Boat?
You know, it's possible they could have brought him back in kind of a RoboCop situation.
They go back to Palabar and Boat's ass gets kicked by the actual guard captain of Palabar.
And
Oh my god.
Shug or whatever his name was is like his deputy now.
Please,
Shug?
can we actually do
Yeah.
a Patreon episode, which is like a RoboCop We brought you back with experimental magic.
Experimental magic technology from Tinkerhaven.
Your family's dead to you now, but you've become an ultimate crime-fighting machine.
I've never seen RoboCop, so this is all just madness to me.
Okay. There's a real quick. So when I was in the Netherlands for a music festival, there's this band where their gimmick is that their singer's kind of like a pretend suburban dad who has like a mental breakdown on stage as he realizes that capitalism is kind of like an evil in the world. But what he does in between songs is he just talks about movies that were filmed in the area or by directors that are from that area. And people in the Netherlands did not understand this is too complicated of a thing to land in the Netherlands. In the States, you're like, oh, wow, it's very on the head. His name's Raygun Bush. But over in the Netherlands, everybody was just standing there with like their mouths open being like, what is going on with this man? As he like would be like breaking down during the songs and then would be like, you know, a movie I love that was filmed by a director from here. Probably the greatest movie of all time, RoboCop. And I was just crying, laughing with like 3 or 4 other Americans while all the Dutch people were just like, what the hell is up with these American bands? He was like, I got off the train in your beautiful country. I went right to the theater and I watched another holiday edition of RoboCop.
The people are still there, Solinar. They haven't gone.
Well, I mean, when I say left behind, I don't mean like they were inside a burning building and we abandoned them, but
Except for the ones that were in burning buildings.
yeah, we don't care about those guys.
Yeah.
I more mean like, you know, they're people we care about, and we're not. While we're here and while we're doing everything that we're currently doing, we're certainly not accessible to them. Maybe I'm a little homesick. I don't know.
No, I think I feel it too. I was sitting here thinking, looking at the water and the reflection on the water of all the stars, and it's almost as if you're looking down and at the sky. And I was thinking, what if the whole world got turned upside down while I was looking at it? And I'm actually looking at the sky, and all of the friends that we've met along the way, and my family and everybody. What if they're all got upside down too? Like, it seems like a very reflective point in time. Like, almost like all the people that we're doing this for, you know? I mean, we're doing it for us too, and I'm glad that I'm with you guys, but there's so many other people out there that are affected by dragons and war and governments and soldiers borrowing houses. Like, a lot of things going on.
Just got to keep looking forward. We just got to keep moving. We got to get this done.
Yeah, that makes sense, Boat.
I guess I just hope everybody's doing okay.
I bet. I mean, I think everybody's doing okay.
It's just weird to think that we only have one more key and one more temple. What do you think you guys are... I don't know. I know we've talked about this before. I keep thinking about what we're gonna do when this is all over.
I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. No use thinking about things that haven't happened yet.
Yeah, we'll keep in touch. None of us is vanishing into the ether.
Yeah, you know, I think I'm finally gonna reconnect with my father. You know, get to know his new wife. Just really just get back to my roots and everything. I think I'm really looking forward to finally settling down after all these years on the road, getting myself a house, maybe have a family. Really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm glad that you finally got that pension.
I'm only one temple away from retirement.
And you can finally retire. I'm pretty excited about that for you, Boat.
Fortunately, according to the city of Palabar government, you only have to be a city employee for like a year and a half before you qualify for their pension.
And you learned a lot about Palabar regulation in the very short period of time we were there.
Well, it's interesting, you know, the cloak of office that I got, it actually had a pocket on the inside with the city regulations handbook in it.
Well, that makes sense. It is the cloak of the guard captain of Palabar, after all.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not!
I've been wondering what you've been reading on the road all this time, but that makes perfect sense.
Oh yeah, I'm basically an expert in municipal codes for Palabar now.
Mm-hmm. That makes perfect sense. No wonder you've enforced them so well.
Mm-hmm.
One day, somebody who is not me is gonna beat the snot out of Brandon. It's not gonna be me, and I'm saying that for legal reasons.
Man, when someone gets hired to beat the snot out of Brandon, that's gonna look real suspicious on you.
Yeah, someone would hire them who is not me.
When someone who's not you hires someone who's also not you.
So now the only way for you to throw suspicion off yourself is to do it yourself.
Well, we know it couldn't have been Alex because these are her fingerprints. Gotta think in 4D chess.
If there's one thing we know about Alex, is that she wouldn't do this because she said she wouldn't do this multiple times on recording.
On public available recording.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm glad that's not you, Alex.
Yeah, that'd be bad. It's a crime.
Yeah, I think it's a very reflective place. It makes sense to me that, you know, we're all thinking about these things. Who are you thinking about? Or do you just got a glass mind over there, Koza?
Oh, I guess there's a lot of people I'm thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
Koza's 32 unclosed romance arc plot lines.
Koza Moyo.
I like that. I like that a lot, Brandon.
I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump on this. I didn't mean to kneecap you. I'm so sorry, Chapman.
Koza's over there just laughing.
You're calling me out, but you're calling me out accurately. You're calling Koza out, but you're calling Koza out accurately. So I don't know what else to say.
But who is Koza thinking about? Is it his, like, several unclosed romance arcs?
Do you see anybody in the water, Koza?
Oh, I hope not. It's way too cold to be swimming.
Well, I guess I'm trying. Oh my god, I can't remember any fucking names.
Who are you trying to remember? I got you, buddy.
I don't really know. I'm not sure. I don't know who Koza would be thinking about. So I'm kind of struggling with that too.
Well, there's Rosemary, there's your mother, there's your father, there's Peter, there's Ilfiel.
So, like...
A little bit of Monica in your life, a little bit of Erica by your side, a little bit of Rita, which is all you need, a little bit of Tina, which is all you see.
Like, I don't feel like Koza... Like, I feel like Koza would be kind of thinking about, like, a lot of them. I don't think he would... Like, I think he'd be kind of running through the different people he knows. I'm not sure how to
Because it's just got harems on the mind, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Koza will not be stopped until someone is smooched on every continent.
Yeah, I mean...
Have you not hit every continent yet, Koza?
I'm just here for the first time.
Yeah, give him a few minutes.
I think I mostly just can't stop thinking about, I guess, how dangerous, like, what we have to go do is going to be. Which, I don't know if that's selfish, but maybe I'm a little scared.
That's okay.
I think that's valid.
I understand. Boat's worried too because he's about to retire.
Yeah. I've only got 2 more adventures until retirement.
No, that makes sense, Koza. There's a lot going on, and we don't know what the future holds, but when you look into this big old reflective pond of reflection, you could think about so many things and still be no closer to, you know, anything really being resolved or done. But also at the same time, we've got so much expectation, and all those people that we're thinking of, you know, and what they're going through and how we could help or what we could do, it doesn't really actually mean anything until we do it.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Do you think we're all going to make it?
Yeah. There's no way we don't all make it. We
We're
got
a
this
team.
far.
We've been through think of all the crazy things we've been through, and we always seem to find a way, which I think comes down to our perfect teamwork and the fact that we were made for each other, and most of us were picked for this quest by fate.
Yeah, like at least half. It's pretty good odds.
Yeah, I would round up on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50% survival on a world-saving endeavor. That's pretty good.
No, I mean like 50% of us were chosen, and so like, you know, you round up on that, like all of us are gonna get through this fine. Like that's not gonna be a big deal.
That's just maths.
Well, what weren't the other ones chosen too?
Other
Were they?
what?
No.
Oh, I don't know that there was
Koza's-
like a prophecy.
What were you saying, Alita?
I think that everybody has a point. I think that we've gotten this far, and it'll all be okay.
Hear that, Koza? Fate has spoken.
Yeah.
You got a look on your face like you don't really believe the thing you just said.
I'm sure it'll work.
Who are
We've got-
you convincing right now? Are you convincing us or are you convincing yourself? Because if you have doubts, like let's have it out. Let's talk about it.
There's no reason for us to talk about the potential of one of us dying. All it's gonna do is psych us out and freak us out, and either we're borrowing trouble or it's not going to be a problem.
Your prophecy
So-
didn't include one of us dying, did it?
I only saw what I saw in my prophecy. That's the problem. It's why I don't know. Well, it's why I didn't foresee a lot of what happened. But I only saw what I saw from my vantage point and my perspective when I was standing at the moment that my prophecy was.
Hmm.
And I saw you, and I saw Boat, and I saw Eek, each holding one of the dragon relics around some kind of ritual space on a hill, around some ruins. And I could hear the sounds of, like, shouting and clanging metal and a lot of people, and there was this urgency, and then there was something wrong with the sky.
Like it ate too many cookies?
It was this reddish black color. Not like it was night, not like it was clouds, but it was like rust or old blood. There was something happening, and there was something wrong with it, and there was wind. It was so windy. And I was shouting some incantation that I found in the research I did after I had the prophecy. And that's it. That's all I could see. I think my prophecy was only like 2 minutes.
Well, it sounds like 2 very full minutes of content.
Yeah, it's going to be an intense couple of minutes, but I'm not surprised by the concept that people will be trying to stop us, and the ritual will be difficult, and there's probably going to be a lot of magic going on, so weird stuff happening in the sky. Like, I don't know. All that seems sensible to me.
Yeah, that all makes sense.
That raises a question, though. If my prophecy was going to go right, what are we going to do about Eek?
I think Eek is going to find a way.
What makes you so confident in that?
Because when we were traveling with Eek, I would talk to him every day. And you know what? I think that Eek wants to do the right thing. And I think that when given the opportunity, Eek's going to figure out what the right thing is.
Maybe.
Well, and I think the allure of the dragon priests is a lot simpler when you're not actually interfacing with them a lot. Like, we've spent a lot of time with chromatic dragon priests at this point. They are a rowdy and vicious bunch. They are not fun to be around.
Solinar, did
Yeah?
you just say that the appeal of dragon priests is diminished the more time you spend with them? I'm going to let you think on that for a moment.
Well, I mean chromatic dragon priests. I wasn't talking about all dragon priests. Yeah. That's different.
I thought the chromatic dragon priests I spent some time with, they seemed okay. Until I kind of messed things up.
Koza, yes, we should probably address, we are undercover for this, so don't just say things we're doing.
I really like the like back piece there of like, I think the chromatic dragon piece I hung out with were okay when they were in an icebox.
The one that we met that was kind of cool ended up almost setting you on fire, right? So like,
I think maybe I was to blame for that.
that's possible.
Because I did kind of make it I made a situation that wasn't great, I guess. Like, maybe I shouldn't have said anything, and I don't know.
From what you told us, Koza, you were saying, hey, don't send the assassins to go and kill my friends. And she was like, oh, kind of the hands are tied. And then you're like, yeah, but maybe I should actually tie those hands because you should send assassins to kill my friends. I would have done the same thing, Koza.
Thanks for saying that.
In fact, I did do that. I came up and I used because she was trying to light things on fire. I think I knocked her unconscious with you, and I would do it again. I would knock a hot temperature dragon priestess unconscious with you, who is trying to send assassins after my friend and put them in an icebox again.
I mean, but maybe I just shouldn't have said that who, like, I don't know, maybe I should have just stayed away.
It might have been simpler.
Can't go back in the past. All we can do is stay away in the future. But if you don't, just remember, I would knock out a hot dragon priestess temperature-wise over the head and put it in an icebox for you, Koza. Because you know what? You're doing it for us, too. Because they're trying to send assassins after us, which would have killed us.
You know, that might be what we have to do to deal with Emberlyn. In the end of the day is knock her out and put her in an icebox.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think Emberlyn's gonna go in no icebox. We're at least gonna need a chest freezer.
I left all of my icebox chest freezers at home.
What?
Hold on, point of order. We're not killing Emberlyn?
Well, I don't know that we'll have to kill Emberlyn.
I think you leave somebody in an icebox long enough.
No, she destroyed my home and killed the last remaining family I feel like I had. I'm killing Emberlyn.
Well, we also heard some stuff about Emberlyn and her dragon are connected, and like something about killing them. I don't remember the details, but it's like
so we kill the dragon first.
Let's consider what we're talking about here. That's a very large dragon, I would presume, that we're talking about. I don't think Emberlyn's hanging out with like drakes, you know, like teen dragons. I don't that just doesn't seem her style. That's
Alita?
quite the undertaking.
Alita, let me just say one thing here real quick while we're on this whole topic of things that may or may not happen, which I don't like as a conversation because they haven't happened yet. Maybe they will and maybe they won't. But important point of order. Right now, regardless of whether or not we get the end thing happens, we gotta save the metallic dragons. I almost forgot which ones were which there for a second. I had to think. But I figured it out. Don't worry, I'm on top of it now. We gotta save the metallic dragons over everything else. That's the mission. That is the holy mission that you have been talking about and talking to me and talking to all of us about this whole time. Not kill Emberlyn. Like, I understand that she's done really bad things. And I think that she's a bad person. But the goal is to save the dragons, and if any of us get distracted with any of these other things, then I think that it wouldn't be a good thing, because we have a holy mission that we have to accomplish. And then once we accomplish that, we can do other things. But you made it really clear, and I am holding the torch that you made really clear, which is we got to do the thing that we set out to do. Which is bring back the metallic dragons, which are good, not chromatic dragons. They're already here. They're not good.
You're right.
Plus, if we bring back the metallic dragons, then like, even if Emberlyn's dragon has a bunch of friends who are gonna like back him up in a fight, and then it's like Emberlyn and her dragon's like posse of pals, like a dragon gang, like even if it's all of them, then we've got the metallic dragons, and we can assemble our own dragon gang to fight their dragon gang while we fight Emberlyn.
And they'll all have beefy arms.
And then you'll come in snapping. Everybody in unison.
Yeah, think of all the beef.
If we had like a dragon on our side that was like, used to be a man, and he was a dragon, and he was a dragon man.
Josh! I am not putting Trogdor in the final battle of this.
Oh, come on, you man. Come on, guys. Like, that would be totally awesome.
Think of all the beef.
I want that episode to start with like Gabe beatboxing the Trogdor theme instead of the regular QPR music.
I think Johannes is right. I started off in strong bet there for a second.
Yeah, I was about to say, Solar getting a little throaty.
The transition was a little challenging there.
You did what there, Solar?
Oh, sorry, I had something in my throat.
It's cold.
I think Johannes is right though. Like we shouldn't hype ourselves up too much on what might be. We should be dealing with what is. We've got to get the crown off the Emperor's head and then figure out where the Gold Temple is. And that's, I assume, not going to be easy on either step.
He can't be wearing it 24/7, can he?
I don't know. We don't know that.
He might take it off for like bedtime.
Yeah.
Oh, how you can't take a shower in a crown if you want to have good hair.
Is he bald?
Well, I don't know. Wait, we can ask our friend the salve merchant, and also we could ask our friend the salve merchant if he's got salves for growing hair. Not for you, but I meant it for the king. If he wasn't bald, if he was bald.
What were you gonna say, Koza?
I forgot. Sorry.
Koza's tired tonight.
I think we all are.
Eepy Koza.
It's because it's so cold out, and the pond is so reflective, and he has so many people to think of, so his head's tired.
So many,
and they're all sexy,
hot people to think of. Some of them literally.
Alita's gonna stand up and kind of like dust off her clothes. I'm gonna go to sleep. I think that Koza's right, and we are all tired. We're not far from at least a place we can resupply, so figure out if there's anything you guys need. You know, before we march into the capital of the enemy nation and try and yoink the crown off of the king's head.
Not just try, Alita, when we do that yoink a crown.
Alita is going to leave to go to her tent, leaving the four of you in quiet, broken only by the sound of the fire.
Alita's really got some feelings going on right now.
Yeah, I think it's because of all the big pool of water. Sometimes when you see a big pool of water, you yourself become a big pool of water. That's what my dad used to say.
I mean, I can't imagine the level of, like, pressure it is being a prophecy holder who's trying to enact that prophecy by sheer force of will. Like, imagine being like, yeah, I saw a thing happen once upon a time, so I'm going to do everything in my power to make it happen.
Have I ever told you about the time I saw somebody with global entry?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it can't be easy. None of this is easy. I think we all know that, but every now and again you get a reminder that, you know, it's kind of crazy that we've even done everything that we've done. But because of that, I have full confidence that we're going to keep doing even more things because we've already done so many things, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I think Alita needs to remember.
We're just going to keep doing stuff.
We're going to do things. We're stuff doers. That's what we are.
All right, I know that the branding is that we call it the Q Party, but I petition for the name of the group to now be called the Stuff Doers.
I'm fine with that.
We've done stuff. We do stuff. And things.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, we're the Stuff Doers is a hell of a t-shirt.
Next time somebody asks us what our group is called, we should say we are the Stuff Doers.
Oh, that's a good idea. Or maybe we could be the Stuffing. Okay, that one didn't work as well. Maybe
we could be like the Do Stuffings.
Maybe
the Stuffers?
Arguably the worst of the lot, that one.
Yeah. The Dude Stuffers.
But I think that we've done a lot of stuff and things, and we're gonna do more, and I have full confidence in us and us doing that. That's what I have to say about that. I think that, you know, I know that it's hard for Alita because it's always been. She puts so much pressure on herself that everything always has to go right and the way that it's supposed to, and this and that. But at the end of the day, it always ends up working out. And the reason why it always ends up working out is because we end up working together on it. I think the biggest problem that we sometimes do is when we is what Alita's happening right now, which is when she puts everything on her own shoulders. And you know what? That's a lot of things to put on your shoulders. And even though we all do stuff, we can't all just do stuff by ourselves. We do stuff together. That way you do more stuff than you could by on your own.
Yeah,
that's why we're the stuffer doers.
It's not I am a stuff doer. It's we are stuff doers.
Yeah, we're stuffed.
Together.
Yeah.
Everyone needs a Johannes in their life. I feel like I could fight the government right now.
Hell yeah. Wait, no, that's both. You think you're both.
Got that Monkey D. Luffy energy.
I'm not quite as bendy.
I'm not as flexible either. But you know what? Every day, one day closer. Because we're all gonna work on it together. Time for team stretches, team. Everybody line up. We're doing stretches. No turning into a fair, Koza. You have to do the stretches as your normal person self. I'm not convinced that your fair form actually gets any type of fitness to your normal person form.
Okay.
It's so cold, though. I feel like if I do stretches right now, I'm gonna one of my legs is just gonna crack right off.
Fair criticism, which is why today we're doing dynamic stretching. We're not doing static stretching. If I see anybody doing static stretching, I'm going to reprimand you with a sharp tongue.
Hi. I have some thank yous I would like to say to the Patreon to make this show possible. And I want to give each of y'all a mushroom. Captain Envy, you are the beautiful Rusula. Jedros Gaming, the horse mushroom. Domovoy, how could you be anything other than the inside-out agaric? Elizabeth Lee, you're the giant puffball. Jeff Buck, absolutely you are the livid Intoloma. Thank you all so much.
Oh, the cheat.
Acknowledged.
We had the light switch installed so you could turn the lights on and off, not so you could throw impromptu rave parties.
Really good. Really good. There's no way around it. It's really good.
Good.
All right, carrying on.